the nigga Meech sent another Mexican at me that was a government informant, confidential source. I didn't know that the nigga was bad, but when I meet him, he rubbed me the wrong way. You feel me?
Right.
And so I bag up both of them. But come 2018, when we get the discovery, I find out that he was an agent, and that a confidential source had introduced us to. Who introduced me to him? Nobody, nothing other than Big Meech. Nothing came out of that because he rubbed me the wrong way. He got to talking about who caused this, man. Is it paid for? So it just rubbed me the wrong way. Right. I didn't think he was a police or anything. I didn't think he was a police, but he was just weird. You feel me?
Right. Action weird.
Fast forward to 2018.
Got you.
Fast forward to 2018.
Exposed.
That's in the DEA 6 reports that a confidential source introduced me to that confidential source. Who was the confidential source?
It can only be one person. The person who introduced you to him, and you know who introduced you to him.
Yeah.
My niggas turn shooters. All my ops turn rats. All my niggas from the Uda. All my niggas turn shooters. All my ops turn rats. All my niggas turn shooters. Shooters on the room. On the internet, you ain't been this way. You been stuck in a computer. Show me the proof. All my niggas turn shooters. All my niggas from the Uda. Welcome to the Uda. All my niggas from the Uda. All my niggas turn shooters. All my ops turn rats. All my niggas turn shooters. Shooters on the room. On the internet, you ain't been this way. You been stuck in a computer. Show me the proof. All my niggas turn shooters. All my niggas from the Uda. Welcome to the Uda. All of my niggas insane. They tryna catch a mistake. Young niggas putting in pain. It in the game, all for the game. Niggas ain't playing for nothing. Went in school, laying it bang. My little. All my niggas from the Uda. All my niggas turn shooters. All my ops turn rats. All my niggas turn shooters. Shooters on the room. On the internet, you ain't been this way. You been stuck in a computer. Show me.
You already know the vibes. You already know the vibes. We back with another one when it ain't no other one. You heard? Listen, Terry White exposed as a rat. Tammy Cowins snitched. Agent Jack Harvey locked them up. Paperwork read. We going into the paperworks. We going into a reading. But we also doing a lot of readings. We're doing a lot of connecting of a lot of dots, y'all. We're trying to break this thing down in real time. So salute to everybody that's trying to break this thing down in real time. This is the Go Sector. This is the Go Network, and I am Uda on Go, and everybody here is on Go. So that's why we started the Go Gang, because you know what? We all on Go together. That's what's going to make this one special. You know what I mean? So listen, man, we getting into the paperwork read. I just did a dope live on the Dogface Crime and Entertainment interview. It was a dope conversation reaction as well. You know what I mean? On my channel, you can go and check that out. It was the last video before this one. In that stream, I also started to begin to read paperwork to show you, because this is what I'm about. I'm about the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? I don't really go leaning into my opinion about this case. You know what I mean? About these cases so much. I really deal with the paperwork. I let the paperwork speak. When I'm talking from people's like Cuffy or those things, I got a lot of audios and different things like that. If I'm referencing stuff, I'll reference it from what Cuffy spoke. If Meech spoke or Tammy had spoken, I would reference it from them. So I've never said Meech snitch or Cuff snitch. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people just are speculating things, but they've never read this, the paperwork. You know what I mean? When we're going into all of these things, you know what I'm saying? I have Meech's whole case over there. I haven't even touched it, though. Straight cheese. I have Meech's whole case. That's a lot going on there. Look, I got writings on shit, all types of shit. Look, that's when you know you're dealing with, you know what I mean? You writing on shit. You writing on stuff. So that's what we're doing. This is how we get into the paperwork. So salute to that. So I just left off in that read. So before I get into the Terry, because we in the Terry, I got the Terry loaded up too. I do want to show you the comparisons, because I'm now going into this case right here, which is Timothy Lamont Gatling, right? Let me just make sure my sound's right. All right, cool. Making sure my sound's right. Cool. Salute. Everybody drop a like on the way in. Doesn't matter if it's a couple of us. That's what it's all about, especially when we reading. I don't be looking for the likes. I don't be trying to tell y'all drop a like as much. So I need for y'all to just drop a like just off the strength. We reading this information, and I want y'all to get this information. I still haven't eaten anything, but I want y'all to get the information. And it's not about my opinion and me casting a judgment. It's about we gonna get in the paperwork. So this paperwork right here is of Cuffy's other, one of his three co-defendants. This is Timothy Lamont Rush. Andre Rush is his brother, who was, we see from this paperwork right here, that when Cuffy says that they flipped the script and they ended up trumping charges on him, because the case work between Tammy and all of them was going sour because the affidavit she was flipping on, her having sex with Keith Cromer and her getting upwards of 200 and something, 211,000 supposedly, from not even doing nothing or giving no actionable evidence, information that they could use as evidence to do drug seizures. He says that, so we see that Cuffy said that they flipped the switch and trumped up the charges to some to some murder and the death penalty and all that, because you see that he was facing his life and death penalty at one point in time. But it all started out as just a drug conspiracy, and that all started out by Tammy Cowins and her affidavit. That's how that all started. You feel me? This is how that all started. Tammy Cowins and her affidavit. Okay, do I have that here still? What is this? Okay, it looks like it, right? This it? Eastern District of Missouri, yep, on drug trafficking offenses. Yeah, this paperwork right here. This is let me zoom it. This paperwork behind me. This should be the Franks hearing, right? Yeah, substantial ties to multiple BMF members. Yes, and then at the bottom it's gonna say plenary arranged for Tammy, through Tammy. The affidavit asserted that, right? See? So that's in the Franks hearing. Okay. It says that plenary arranged through Tammy for SUAREZ to provide cocaine in multiple kilogram quantities to Gatling. You know what I'm saying? I'm not reading it because it's written backwards in front of me where I'm at. So that's for y'all to see. I'm just quoting from on my head in the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing here. All right, cool. So now let me get that paperwork off my screen. Just bring y'all up to date. All right, y'all? Bear with me. We rocking out. This is what we do. We just got to get to this information the right way. That's how we're going to do it. Y'all drop a like if you haven't. All right? Drop a like if you haven't. All right, cool. So now we're going to get into this a little bit. So boom now. So now, hold up. Add to the stage. So as we see here, it says, let me back up a little bit because I'm going to take you from right here, from where we started off in my last video. At the end of the last video, it's 3-hour streams, dog face and all that. I go into this paperwork. So I'm just going to start it back a little bit so you understand that we can understand where we at, right? In addition to this unanticipated development, this case evolved from a long-term drug trafficking conspiracy into one involving charges for continuing criminal enterprise for alleged conduct dating back to the 1980s, and death penalty eligible charges for 2 of Rush's co-defendants. Appears from the record that the government may have merged a separate parallel investigation related to 2 of Rush's co-defendants, Gatling being one of them, and Andre Rush being his brother, into this case. There is no dispute that the unusual circumstances that developed during this case dramatically increased the complexity of an already complex case and served as a recipe for delay beyond what would normally occur in a long-term drug conspiracy case. However, setting aside the unusual and complicating circumstances that were beyond any party's control, as described in greater detail below, there were delays in this case that were the consequence of strategic decisions made by defendants, strategic decisions made by the government, and delays related to the justice system. While the government should not be charged with delays due to the circumstances beyond the control of any party or resulting from decisions made by defendants in context of this due process analysis, the government must be held accountable for delays resulting from strategic choices it made and delays caused by the justice system. Then they go into the delays of the Speedy Trial Act. I mean, we could go into Assistant U.S. Attorney Drake is talking about some things. Hold up, let me see if it says anything beneficial before we skip over. Drake announced the units didn't need time to turn over the discovery. All right. Because the drug case's discovery was so voluminous in electronically stored and would encompass unindicted crimes, including murder of the alleged co-conspirator. Timothy Rush did not object to the complex case designation on April 9th of 2014. Okay, cool. So the hearing in April 12th. All right, cool. Regarding the volume of discovery, the format discovery defendants approximately 6 months. Hold up. Regarding the volume of the discovery and the format of the discovery, defendants were granted approximately 6 months through October 31st, 2014. The review of the voluminous discovery and file pretrial motions related to electronic surveillance evidence evidentiary hearings were set for December 1st, 2014. All other pretrial motions were due November 14th. We can skip a little bit on this because we still going. Next, we're going right into the Terry, right into him ratting. We're going into him and Agent Prater and all of the shit that he was talking about with that. We could get into him bringing up Meech in the trial, talking about why didn't Tammy disclose her relationship with Meech and all of that. Like he was talking about mad different things. And it's crazy how he was talking about these things. So salute to all of y'all. We still rocking. It don't matter. It don't matter who's watching this now. We doing this for us, and we're gonna get to the paperwork. Some people they don't want to watch the paperwork. They want to have a reason to front and lie and say this person's a rat and that person's a rat. That's all they want to do, yo. That's all they want to do. And how did I title this video? Let me see. I'm gonna let it rock out just like this because I want the Tabby. And I told everybody I was going to title it just like this. But I can't put, let me see. Nah, I'm leaving that just like that. That's a good title, bro. Better yet, I'm going to do something real quick. Hold on before I read that paper. Hold on, y'all. If you don't see it's a paperwork read, I'll go off. You can see it in your face. All right, cool. Let me show you how I'm going to change this right now. In real time. Show how we do this. Watch this. Just like this. Watch this. Look, I'm gonna fuck him up. Look, I'm gonna fuck him up just like that. Watch the channel start jumping too. Watch this. YouTube is so funny, yo. Watch this. It's funny. Anyway, we get into this paperwork. That's what we're doing here. Salute to everybody that's rocking with us. Yeah, I like it just like that, I think. Pause. Yeah, hold on. Let me do this too, though. My bad, y'all. I ain't do this. I don't think I did, you know. Don't think I did. Hold up. I don't think I did. Did all of that? Probably did. Hold up. Let me get all of this. We're going to turn this shit up. I need this shit turned to the maximum. You all right? Jesus sandals, you all right? Jesus sandals. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. Bear with me. We updating the stream in real time, okay? Because YouTube's playing games with us. So we about to get the shit jumping. Make sure some people come up in the bitch jumping. You know what I mean? No, I ain't. Niggas trying to act up with us. It's all good. We got something for the ass right now. Look. Boom! There they go. Shut up, YouTube. Hold that. Hold that now. Since you want to slow up the stream, hold that, YouTube. Hold that. Okay, cool. What up? I know all about these programs, sir. Okay? I'm an IT on the low. Don't play me, YouTube. Don't play me. Jump up now, y'all. Y'all drop a couple of likes, though, if y'all haven't, though. Look, see, shit gonna start jumping now. Watch this shit. Trust me, I know all these programs. And when I start teaching y'all this shit, y'all all gonna grow the same way like me on Jesus sandals. Swear to God. Listen, y'all make sure y'all all drop likes. That's gonna help the process. But look, let me get into the paperwork. Boom. Put it back here, right? Bang. I'm good there. All right. All right. Shortly before October 31st, the pretrial motions, the evidence under designed, all tinted Drake. Let me just see. Let me get through the fluff, y'all. Let me get through the fluff because we really get into the Terry. But I just want to finish up with this. I done read all of this on my channel already. Really, I really did. But it might be some stuff in here that y'all have not seen that you may want to see. Hold up. Volume is electronically stored, electronic surveillance, wiretap evidence, logisticals. Hold up. 2 months before superseding. See, okay, this is evidenced by the fact that the prosecutor in this case ended up superseding 2 months before receiving official notice that they would not be required to seek the death penalty. So I'm saying, so you see that they end up coming through, dropping it on them. Second, the decision to wait and see approach regarding a separate investigation that could result in a new indictment against some of the defendants in the case was a choice made exclusively by the government, and at least one court has recognized such choices have consequences, particularly when defendants are in custody, because they're talking about them getting bailed and them saying boom, because you know what I mean, they probably knew that they would probably be getting out or something, or they'll be making some motions about these things, like them saying, like they trying to make motions to get out, and they like nah. We got time, we waiting because look, we done bumped up charges on these guys. So this is how they doing their whole process. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Delays caused by defendants because everybody was making their own motions. Claimed experience. Defense counsel requested only 7 days continuance. The request was granted. Hold up. Let me show slow so y'all can see it too. Including Timothy Rush filed pretrial motions. Okay. I read all of this already on my channel though. I'm just going through it though. Delays caused by disclosure of DEA internal investigation of change of defense counsels. Okay. By way of the background, the investigation into the defendant's alleged drug trafficking activities was initiated after DEA case agents in St. Louis received information from a confidential source from Atlanta, identified as CS1 Tammy. Information provided by Tammy was used to support the government's application for judicial authorization for wiretap authorization communications. See what I'm saying? Tammy is the reason why they even bugged them at all. Tammy is the reason why they even got into the next thing. Tammy is the reason why that nigga's even in there. I mean, besides him, you know what I mean, living a life of crime, probably, whatever. But he was looking like he was chilling with his life of crime until he bumped into Tammy. So boom. Was used to support the I-code, the telephone wire communications for a target telephone associated with defendant Gatling, which is known as target telephone number 1. I'm telling you that. I'm not reading in the paperwork. I know it from Cuffy's case. It's called target telephone number 1. You can all read that in the Frank's hearing if y'all want. Dion Gatling, Frank's hearing online. It's 32 pages. When former retained counsel for Gatling filed his motion to suppress wiretap evidence on February 6, 2015, the motion and attachments were not filed under seal, and one of the attachment disclosed the Timothy Rush filed motion to disclose the identity of CS1. See what I'm saying? Look how it happened. Look how Tammy got blown up. Look. Let's go back here just to a telephone target with Gatling. When former retained counsel for Gatling. So Gatling is the one who blew her up as a rat. You see what I'm saying, y'all? This is why we got to just do the whole work and let the paperwork speak to us, bro. Just like when we as kids do essays and shit. Real shit. You just got to let the paperwork speak, right? So look. Gatling's former attorney filed his motions to suppress wiretap evidence, right? The motion and attachments were not filed under sealed, right? All the attachment that came with this motion to suppress, all of the things was coming out. Tammy, this and this and this came out in this when they went into this. They said they were filed under seal, and one of the attachments disclosed the identity of Tammy. Beginning in early March 2015, Tammy expressed concern to DEA agents in Atlanta, both about her own personal safety and about the reputation and safety of a friend who is referenced in Title III warrant affidavit. That's Meech. She's worried about the safety of herself, and she's worried about the safety of Meech. So why is she worried about the safety of Meech? If she's the person that said all of this and Meech ain't did nothing, he's pointed and blamed in all of this, why is she so concerned about Meech, who's doing 30 years already in jail for drug trafficking offenses? Ain't like his first rodeo. He's doing 30 already. He's probably already did like fucking 10 years already out this shit. 2015, he got sentenced when? Come on, bro. How long he been in jail? Like 2005, 2004, right? Exactly. So what are you talking about? The nigga already did like 10 years, 11 years. The time that you spend in jail goes toward time served. Obviously, if you're in there for 3 years, you get sentenced to 10 years, then you do 7 or whatever else you have to do out the rest of it. But you already did 3, which is counted towards your sentence. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what we're dealing with here. If you haven't dropped a like, drop a like. Boom. Right? So we got that. We got that out the way. A friend who's referenced in Title III warrant affidavit. On March 18, 2015, former retained counsel for Gatling advised the government via email that Tammy had contacted one of his associates and reported the wiretap affidavit was factually inaccurate. So now she's saying that the wiretap affidavit is inaccurate. Tammy also reportedly told the associate that the DEA agent in Atlanta who was referenced in Title III affidavit had been suspended and was under investigation. That's Cromer, most likely. Right? Because he done had sex with her. He done went into a whole thing. She done blew him up. Now she's doing a bunch of things looking like she's trying to cover tracks. But what we know she's really trying to do is get Meech out the paperwork, regardless if Meech put himself in there, he snitched, he's third-partied or whatever. We know that Tammy has put him in this paperwork, and she's saying that the feds, and she's blaming everybody else. When the feds are saying that they debriefed her, everybody dog-facing them said on the stream, Bud's debriefed her. Bud also debriefed her, but Lang is the one that debriefed her first. Whether Buds was a part of that or secondary, because sometimes agents and officers may do things together. Good cop, bad cop type vibe. But so I don't know if they did it together and he was a secondary debrief or what. But Lang in the paperwork is the first person that debriefed her on August 6th, 2012, when this whole situation that we're talking about that's in question all took place on August 5th, 2012, with SUAREZ hitting Tammy, sending Tammy the picture, then asking her about the pills and all these other things. All of this is stemming from these times coming back. Boom. So where are we? Boom, the DNA suspended investigation. Remember, I told you, attorney for the government apparently looked into the allegations and shortly before the hearing scheduled on April 27th, advised the court that the DEA Office of Professional Responsibility, that's the OPR, I told you the OPR started investigation and the OIG, but everything that the OPR did, they ended up handing over to the OIG for the OIG to continue the investigation and do the hearing and all of that. So I also did the OIG investigation on my channel, and I will bring up some of that today to show you Keith Cromer, she driving his car, and all the shit that I keep joking about, which is all real and all true. I just make it in a joke form sometimes, but it's all real. You don't know about Keith Cromer going to share hotel rooms, right? Yeah. They had a friend that came over. She talking about he's kissed the friend. Friend shit sit on Keith's lap. He be holding hands with the friend. The friend starts speaking. I'm like, who the friend? Okay, Keith pimping, Keith limping. Nah. Come to find out the friend looking like a man or something. I don't know if Keith playing sticks, allegedly. Playing hockey with no pucks. I don't know, like with the dudes. I don't know. I was wondering if Keith, it's just the bamboo, but I'm wondering if Keith was in a little swingers party with the little nameplate with the motherfucking, just a little weed, but with the motherfucking mask on, you know what I'm saying? With the bamboo and the weed, look, you know what I'm saying? With the motherfucking mask on the side, you know, hey, I don't know. He probably could have been swinging, bumped into Will and Jada, got caught up into entanglement, seeing August Alsina when he was writing the song Entanglements. I don't know, possibility, allegedly. But yeah, so you already see that going on right here. So the OPR started it. Was in fact investigating one or more agents who provided material information to investigations in this case for possible professional misconduct. We already know that Cuffy said that 5 agents was fired and or 1 agent was indicted based upon this whole situation. which was blown the hell up. And all of these things that happened, Cuffy never got. I think that this should have been dropped. And they knew that this had a strong likelihood of being dropped, the DEA. So that Cuffy said they end up trumping the charges up and catching him on that. So they made sure that they got him because they really wanted him. Because they said they really only wanted Suarez at first until Tammy was on the phone dealing with them about Suarez. This is what Cuffy says. The paperwork says something different, maybe. But Tammy says they was talking about Suarez and setting up Suarez until Tammy was on the phone with them one day, probably Cromer or something, and said, hold on, clicked over. This is Cuff on the line. And when he said it was Cuff, he said, yo, they got hype about that shit. Like, oh, that Cuff? Nah, we need that nigga. And then that's when they got onto Cuff and flipped it from Suarez to Cuff. That's what Cuff says. So it's not a far-fetched thing. They want Cuff. He's already titled BMF, St. Louis BMF. His Jack Harvey, Keith Cromer's superior at the time when he left, he already took down BMF. It'd make sense to go back and get Cuff and just clean up the dirty dishes. You know what I mean? While you already got the other plates out the way, Meech and everybody else. It'd make sense, right? Cool. Let me zoom this back more. Cool, right? And we back. Bang. Let's get it like that. I don't gotta be on the screen. Y'all can hear me. Boom, right? So misconduct. Okay. Right there, right? In the midst of these revelations, retained counsel for defendant Gatling, that retained counsel was working, was hired as an assistant United States attorney and had to withdraw from his representation. Of Gibbs. Of Gibbs. I'm sorry. In the midst of these revelations, retained counsel for defendant Gibbs was hired as an assistant U.S. attorney. Wow. And had to withdraw his representation of Gatling on April 10th, 2000, of Gibbs, not Gatling, man. The Jesus messing me up. Of Gibbs on April 10, 2015. Based on the representations that Gibbs could not afford to retain new counsel, the court appointed a CJA, a court-appointed lawyer, panel attorney, Steve Welby, to represent Gibbs. But, yo, son, CGA, but, yo, you know how you would get a CGA or whatever, a court-appointed lawyer or something? Welby was working in the court, though. He probably was one of the best lawyers. I think Herman, right? Yo, I swear, yo, he's a CGA lawyer. Okay? Anybody that's talking about this case that read this case, this guy's a CGA lawyer, probably a court-appointed lawyer. But this guy was cooking in the court. When it comes to him breaking down a witness and all that, yo, this paperwork right here. What's his name again I'm talking about? Hold up, let me put this weed down. What's his name again I'm talking about? Wait, hold up. I found him right now. Welby. Oh, you bugging. Welby was on smoke. Look. Let me just see if I can find a quick thing of Welby, how Welby give it up. So you can see in the paperwork. That's how I'm dealing. If niggas ain't talking like that, don't watch them, y'all. Don't watch them. If niggas up here gandering out their mind and out their mouth, don't watch them, bro. Makes no sense, bro. You're just sending yourself up a damn river for no reason, bro. You got to get in the paperwork, bro. Boom, right? Hold up, so I can show you a little something about how Welby was clicking. This nigga was on click. Miss Trog. All of them was on their shit, though. I can't hold you. Everybody was on their shit, though. But hold on. I'm going to try to stop cursing. Oh, Mr. Welby. What he talking about here? I just grabbed the page. Any page. Mr. Welby. I just grabbed any page. Let's see what Welby talking about. He be on. So look. This whole shit was a question. Looked like a damn statement. Hold on, Welby. What the hell are you talking about? Looked like he talking to the court. I want him to talk to. All right, this is all Welby, right? Page 269. Page what? Hold on, wait. Page 269. Hold up. No, I don't hear Welby, man. Let me see what he told the court. I think that it's entirely possible that if Mr. Casey was in the court, if he heard the witness testify, he heard the witness name, he heard the witness accidentally identify, it says identify CS2, who before today, we had no idea what CS2's name was. Those names would be in his mind. There is a brief conversation with a crowd of people asking questions I think it's entirely possible that there was a misunderstanding. I'm not questioning his integrity at all. I just think that there's a lot of chaos out in that hallway that inside that confines of a courtroom we're not seeing. And I think it's entirely possible that there's a misunderstanding and certainly not an intentional breach of this court's order. I mean, that's how well be giving it up. Well, be like that. He court-appointed lawyer. He in there acting like he Johnny Cochran. Is ask anybody that watched this case, read this case. If they don't think that even Lorenzo Gibbs had one of the best lawyers, if not the best lawyer in there, and that person was a court-appointed lawyer working for the CGA, coming from the CGA. Sorry, bro. Trust me. Facts. And that's a lot of pages. You heard it drop? That's what I'm doing. Straight work. I got this way. I got Meech over here. I haven't even touched it. I just got it just to get it. But I'm just dealing with the cases that really mean something. I'm not going back to Meech. I just got it to get it. You know what I mean? But boom, right? Represent Gibbs. Welby promptly filed a motion requesting that a hearing scheduled on April 27th to be continued to a period of 30 days so that he could prepare. And they granted it. Okay. Assistant U.S. Attorney Gravis disclosed the OPR Internal Affairs investigation. So she disclosed it. Investigation to all the councils. That's how we was able to get the OPR investigations about all of that. You feel me? That's how we was able to get that. Hold up. Let me just also see this. I'll bring this up for you real quick. Hold up. Hold up. Right. Not now, brother. Not now. Is this it? Is this part of it or a whole thing? Okay, this is that. So look, let me switch scenes real quick. You know we there, but this is how we gotta be. If people ain't like this, they're playing games. Look, boom. I'm gonna stop that screen share, right? We'll get back to that. Look how we dealing with things here. This is on go. So we're really on go. So look, boom. We jumped out that paperwork. Boom. Look. Highlight the name for you. You never seen this paperwork. Okay, cool. Let me zoom the screen. Because everybody's online capping and talking to you, rapping. The fuck? I'm a rapper for real. I ain't rapping here. Look. Boom. Whose name's on the top, y'all? Who name on the top? Keith Cromer. Nah, facts, man. Facts. You hit me up. Any of y'all. Hit me on the gram, though. Uda on go on the Instagram. Uda on go on Instagram. I'll try to remember. I got a lot of shit in my mind. But I'll try to remember hip hop raised me. Facts of life. I will. I'll try to remember that and come and check you. I'll look back at the stream and remember you. But if not, you just hit me on the gram, add me, and I'll add you. Just DM me or whatever. And we're going to be good. And we'll time up. So it's a lot. Shout out to hip hop. You know what I mean? Damn, I remember you too, bro. Facts of life, though. That's a fact. That's a fact, bro. I remember you too. I just really looked at your name and I really looked at your logo. I remember you. But look, this is Keith Cromer. Okay? So everybody's selling wolf tickets to you. Okay? They ain't showing you this. Everybody's just talking like they know all the goddamn paperwork, but they're lying. They're fronting to you. That's what they're doing. They're fronting to you. So look, this is the OIG investigation. So based upon the Cuffy Gatling case, all kind of shit was going on. Them niggas flipped. I done read to you on this shit how they flipped charges on the nigga when it was just a drug conspiracy, flipped to the guns and all of that. He got locked up, pled guilty to all those ghost guns and all that. Besides that, remember what I just read to you. This is why I'm bringing this here. Because when I in the paperwork, I go right to the next thing, right? Boom. In that last thing I just read to you, it talked about the OPR investigation that led to the suspensions. And they're talking about all these things that happened. OPR, the professionalism, whatever they looking into, and the OIG, right? They started this investigation. The OPR did their little investigation, handed everything over to the OIG. And this is the OIG investigation. I've read this whole thing on my channel already. I'll go through a little bit because this is going to show you some things that you've never seen about the case. So when I'm talking about the case, people think I'm freestyling. I'm not freestyling. I just know like a fucking 1,000 pages of paperwork is in my head besides other people, real people life shit I know in my head too. I'm talking about real people that I know in my real life. They paperwork's in my head. This shit's in my head. Oh, she's in my head. It's crazy. I can't even remember nothing. I don't even know how I remember this. It's nuts. It's nuts. Spirit of God got me remembering this. Look, boom. So look, let me zoom it. Bang. Okay? This is how we working, y'all. Y'all drop a like. Y'all drop a like. Nah, my shit been on 6 for a minute. Nah, I ain't doing that. I ain't reading for nothing. Some people can't read. And y'all go watch everybody. Y'all dropping likes and niggas that be capping chats. All of that. Nah, I'm not doing it with y'all. Fuck that. I want my likes matching who people was in here. Straight up. I'm not reading for no reason. I'm breaking this shit down for y'all in real time. Okay? Y'all going to give 100,000 views to some other motherfuckers that ain't even doing it. Do I complain? No, I don't. I just keep being on go doing what I'm doing. But I'm not doing that. It's late night. I got kids. I got shit to do too. Fuck y'all think? I'm not doing that. Likes up. And I'm waiting till y'all get to this part to put the damn likes up. If you want to leave, then you can go. I don't care. Go watch the fluff niggas on the channels that you watch anyway. That's capping and lying. You ain't doing me no good anyway. If you ain't liking, you can leave. What are you doing for me? Nothing. I don't ask you for money. Never did. Been online for a few years, 6 years, 7 years. This guy know me, hip hop and raised me. I ain't never asked nobody for shit. I just say drop a like. I don't be telling y'all to share. So don't play with me. Let's go. Let's get to the double digits likes before I even start going into this. I'm not doing it because I'm about to time up all kind of cases, connect the dots, and show you. I just went through Timothy Lamont Rush, Andre Rush's brother, one of the co-defendants of Cuffy Gatling. Right now, I'm going into the OIG investigation of Keith Cromer and Tammy, which nobody has shown y'all, and I already read this on my channel a couple of weeks ago. So who's fluffing y'all? These people online? I know they are. I done read that. After this, I'm still going to go back, and I'm still reading Terry. I'm going to bring up Terry on screen. I got it loaded up right there. But I want to give y'all a sneak preview of Lorenzo Gibbs tonight. So that's how we playing. We not playing no dumb shit, bro. We playing for real. I want the likes up. So we playing for real right here. We not joking. I'm going to show y'all for real. I'm not telling you my own opinion. Fuck my own opinion. This is real paperwork, and that's what we'll be getting into. So by the time people see that part that I just said, they'll drop a like, hopefully. Let's get into this right now. Cool, right? Listen. Let me go where I can scroll it. Where's the page? Cool. Keith Cromer, you see, as you can see, who is he? Group supervisor, right? Look at the OIG, Office of Inspector General, U.S. Department of Justice. That's what the OIG stands for. This is the investigation. This is the report. The DOJ and all that, the OIG. Therefore, IA, so we know we're reading real paperwork because you know a lot of fake paperwork going on around online. I could have fake printed this, act like I know something. Lied on Keith Cromer. I could have been Tammy and lied on Keith. You know, I ain't. Allegedly, Tammy, allegedly. You know, you my baby still. So, boom. So, Miami field office. Shows where it's going from. Shows where it's drug enforcement, DEA. Boom. Go into the synopsis. The Department of Justice, DOJ. Office of Inspector, the OIG. Initiated this with the OPR, Office of Professional Responsibility. Alleging that DEA Group Supervisor, GS, Group Supervisor, Keith Cromer made unjustified payments to DEA confidential sources, not just Tammy, sources. So was he, I want to please you. Was he doing a lot of that? I want to teach you. I call him Keith Cromer. Keith Sweat Cromer. I want to teach you. So how many sources was he doing? Then I need you. How many sources? I want to please you. How many sources was Keith Sweat Cromer sourcing? That's all I want to know. And I mean sourcing this way, not sourcing this way. So, yeah, I ain't. Y'all drop a like. Keith, you know I got to crack my 1-2 jokes on you. Because this shit is where we going to have jokes. Y'all never seen these jokes. Y'all don't know. If you watch my channel, you don't know where I get the jokes from. Son, all the jokes are true. Keith and Tammy look at me like I'm going to clap him. They might clap me. I might come in one day and don't be here. It's all right, though. But they know I ain't never lied on them. They know that, though. Even if they want to clap me. They know I never lied on them. They know I never did. I ain't like a lot of people online. I never lied on you, Keith. I never lied on you, Tammy. Straight. And Tammy, call me. Like Martin said. Like Jerome. And Martin, you don't know how to call nobody, Tammy. I heard you got to go. Girl, allegedly. So, boom, peep it. So now, let's get back to the work. Paperwork. That's what I deal with. Boom, peep it. But we got to have some funny thing, too. Come on, bro. This shit is dry. It's paperwork. Come on, bro. We got to have fun. Boom. Even though this shit ain't funny or fun. But look, boom, peep it. Sources. So we always, like when we were kids, take out keywords. S. Just take the S off this shit. This is very important to me. You know what I mean? Very. I don't give a fuck. All this shit, S. Take the one S. Boom. CSs. Cause false statements to be made to justify the payments and made false statements on documents related to the suitability, where in CS is going to be a lot of this type stuff where things are blocked out for real. Not even like, so you know that it's been redacted for real, right? CS blank, Tammy, most likely, whatever, alleges that she had a personal relationship with Cromer, which involved daily contact in person or by phone, sexual contact on 7 or 8 occasions, and personal travel with him. She was traveling with him personally. He introduced her as his girlfriend to several people. He was going around his friends and family. He was taking trips with her, all that. Allegedly, he was blown up, and I heard they was caught supposedly in the hotels. How they even got caught initially, I think it's some people allegedly, y'all, on Big Meech side, maybe Big Meech girlfriend or shorty or ex or whatever. I don't know. Shorty queen. I ain't trying to knock you. If it was you allegedly that did it, I ain't knocking you. You blew Tammy ass up. We'd never even probably knew. But they said the private investigators go follow Tammy or them, I guess. But private investigators followed them somehow, some way, and found Keith and Cromer and Tammy going to multiple hotel rooms and doing stuff like this. So boom. So allegedly to sex contacts in 7 or 8 occasions, personal travel with him. She said she was having sex with him for 8 to 12 months. So 7 or 8 occasions, suck my asshole. Pause, no diddy. That's what Keith was doing or Tammy was doing. Either one was doing either one. What you talking about? Pause, no diddy. But yeah, I mean, allegedly Tammy, allegedly Keith. That's just my own little joke with y'all. Y'all just leave me alone, right? So look, Tammy further alleged, listen to me, y'all. Further alleged that Cromer used his official government vehicle, his OGV. So when I say his OFG, and I'll be joking, his OFG, because it's a federal vehicle, but it's an OGV, which is official government vehicle. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not lying when I'm saying these things. It's the truth, bro. It's the paperwork. So I'm just making a little comedy because we're talking about paperwork. We're talking about a bunch of stress. I'm traumatized by this rat and shit and all this shit. I got niggas that I know doing 70 and 40 years in jail each, nigga. The fuck? So I get it. I get it, bro. I get it. You know what I mean? I'm not joking with this shit. Shit's real. So boom. While OPR, the Office of Professional Responsibility, whatever, right, was investigating the initial referred allegations, it developed additional information that the DEA agents made payments to Tammy at Cromer's direction that were not justified, and that agents prepared inaccurate DEA Form 6 reports of investigations in support of these payments. That's why niggas started getting fired. After developing this additional information, OPR referred the allegations back to the OIG, the Office of Inspector General, right? Of Inspector General. The Office of Inspector General developed information further alleging that Cromer instructed Tammy to lie. Look at this. You never heard this, right? Y'all heard this? I already talked about this about a fucking week ago, 2 weeks ago. To lie to DEA inspectors regarding the nature of their relationship. Shared non-public information with blank, Tammy most likely, relating to personal matters in his group. He talking to her about shit in his group. He talking about, they talking about other shit. He talking to her about it. Homie, look. Yo, bro, this nigga talking to him about DEA work. He gonna lie and say he ain't getting the skins. Is you lying to me or you lying to me? That's why I joke on Keith. And Keith, no, he don't fuck with me for that reason. Keith, is you lying to me? And I heard she had a goat's throat. If you ever seen a goat's throat. Yeah, nigga, she got a goat's throat, allegedly. That's what I heard from my Atlanta correspondent. Tam, you could talk to him. Don't let my lawyer work. My lawyer knew me since a baby. He burped me. He gonna burp something in the courtroom, nigga. You could talk to him. Talk to him if you want to talk to him. Good. So leave me alone. So look, right? So peep it. Right? Let's get back to the work. Boom, right? So look where I'm at. Non-public information related to personal matters in his group. Look how I came back to this shit, right? In his group, right? Look. And allowed Tammy, look at the blank spot where I'm putting the fucking X. Tammy to listen to his DEA radio while his group conducted operations. My nigga, what was he doing, bro? This nigga jeopardizing the life of everybody. First of all, him bringing Tammy around his family and people like that, and people testifying that we never even knew that this woman was a source in a case and all that, could lead to breaches, bro. Listen, she's a big source in a case, bro. People are looking for her probably. Man, remember her case got leaked, her information got leaked and all that. People could be telling her, following her. You got her around family and friends and all that. People could say that they associate her. People could probably duct tape them, tie her up. I'm talking about the people that he's introducing her around and introducing Tammy to. They could tie them up to say, yo, look, we want you to line up them. We gonna get your family or something. Yo, make sure you get her, because they trying to get Tammy. People are trying to clip Tammy. So he's jeopardizing these people's lives, friends and family members of his own, bro. At this time, Keith had RIP. He had a son that was going through cancer. He had his wife that he was going through basically a divorce. All of these things was happening with Keith. You know what I'm saying? This is real shit, son. People not talking about some of the real stuff. I might joke with Keith with shit, but some shit that's real, I'm not joking with Keith with. That's real life, and I understand real life. Heart goes out to Keith. Condolences to his son. You know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? It's hard. You know what I mean? Harsh that even his divorce and all of that went through. You know what I mean? That's tragic. Sometimes that lead us to go through some of this ways. And maybe that's some of the things that led him down the road with Tammy, but we don't know. It says it in the paperwork that, you know what I mean? I think his wife had cheated on him and supposedly, allegedly. And, you know what I mean? He called Tammy. That's one of the times that when he called Tammy, they asked Tammy in court, like, what happened? She's like, he called me to meet with him personally by himself. We always met with agents all the time. It was always agents with us, like one or two people. But then this one time he told me to meet with him at some diner somewhere, I think. And I don't know if it was Stony Brook, Georgia or some shit, Stockbrook, Georgia or some shit. And he went to meet her. She went to meet him, and he was breaking down, and he was in a lot of stress. And he said that like his son was dealing with the cancer thing. And I think his wife seeing someone else and things like that. And, you know, that could have been I mean, his son was going through some stuff, but, you know what I mean? He ended up dealing with Tammy. Because after all of that, they asked her, like, how many times he started staying at your crib. He was there like 6 days a week. And the only niggas that spend 6 days at a creek is a nigga that's paying a water bill or something, or a nigga that's got her springing a leak. It's either you paying a water bill, homie, or you got shorty springing a leak. Ain't nobody got nobody in the house 6 days a week. Not the lies. So, yeah. That's my own opinion, allegedly. It's my own opinion, Keith. Leave me alone, Tammy. Leave me alone. Good. So, boom. So, we got it, right? He nigga shared every DA groups and all that. So, boom, they got the dates. Right? Boom. 2013. Bam. Boyer Smith signed it. Boom. Acting on additional information that the OPR developed, the OIG, Officer Inspector General, also investigated whether, this is where we blanking. DEA Assistant Special Agent in charge authorized improper. See, this is the other people. Remember other agents. Davidson, that's probably Davidson, because I think Davidson was also a leading investigator. I think Davidson, I think his name was leading investigator. I think he was over Cromer, though. I think he was over Cromer, though. You heard? So, boom. So the OIG investigation substantiated the allegation that Cromer engaged in an improper close personal relationship with Tammy. This involved A, regularly speaking with Tammy regarding personal matters, B, meeting with Tammy alone at her residence 6 days a week, and C, allowing Tammy to be with Cromer's family members and friends who did not know she was a DEA confidential source. Cromer also went on to 2 personal trips with Tammy, including one during which he took Tammy to the residence of someone, maybe Maurice, his friend, his college friend probably, because he had some college friends that he would get up with. I'm just saying that in there. I'm just trying to fill a blank. That's just my assertion. So when I'm saying my own little opinion, see, I just threw it in there, and I just said my own little opinion. Take it with a grain of salt. That's my own little thoughts. I'm reading mad paper. That's all. But, you know what I mean? We can't see it, though. So, you know what I mean? You might think of some other. I mean, tell me if you think something different that it say there. You let me know. Cromer admitted to the OIG that he had an inappropriate personal relationship with Tammy and that he failed to notify his DEA supervisor of this improper personal relationship with a DEA confidential source. Cromer, however, denied allegations that he had a romantic and sexual relationship with Tammy. We found that Cromer's interactions with Tammy were repeated with serious violations of the DEA standards of conduct, regardless of whether the relationship was a close personal one, as Cromer admits, or whether it was crossed into a romantic one, as Tammy alleges, right? Boom. See how we filled that one in and filled that one in? Tammy alleged it, and Cromer admitted what he admitted, right? Boom. The OIG also substantiated that Cromer violated DEA policy when he approved improper payments to confidential sources, not just Tammy. All right. So this was his little move. He was probably getting money out this deal. He was probably making them get bread. He was probably taking money from some of this bread. They was getting money. This probably was funneling the money out. This was probably like a good old Ponzi scheme type deal that Cromer was doing over here. You feel me? What they doing with all this money? You feel me? What they do with all this money? Y'all drop a like though. Yeah, drop a like. I can't do it. I can't do it. I love y'all to death, but I can't do it. I can't. It's too late. It's what time? It's 3 o'clock in New York. I don't know what city you from, what time zone you in, but we not doing that. We not doing that. We not doing that. I'm telling y'all right now. Drop a like right now, and I'll continue.
All my niggas from the Hooters. All my niggas turn shooters. All my ops turn racks. All my niggas turn shooters. On the internet, you ain't been this right. You been stuck in a computer. Show me.
I need y'all dropping likes. I need y'all dropping likes, y'all. I need to see the support. I support every single one of y'all. As anybody that has ever spoken to me on this line, especially since I've created this channel, I've been nothing supportive to all of y'all, and I will continue to be, no matter if you change and flake on me and turn an op to me. I don't care. I've helped you. I don't care. Point blank, period. But you have to help me. You have to. See 2 people left? Bye. You was a hater. You was a hater. Thank you for that person that dropped that like. I'll continue. See that? I'll continue. I know somebody else going to follow you. It's all right. We got real leaders in the chat that want this information. Boom. And I'm not going to slow it up for some haters that don't want to like. But I'm just trying to take a little 1-2 pulls, bro. All right? Boom. Because I'm going to be reading for a second. You know that. Boom, right? Boom. So remember, I highlight in certain point. This is one thing I always highlight when it comes to this one thing. Remember I did it earlier? This right there, that S. It's a lot of words we see here, right? Look, it's a lot of words, right? But you see how I read? Like I'm a different kind of person, son. Like my mind is bugged out. I'm telling you, somebody's real. Son. You know what I mean? Out of all of that, I'm still listening to that, but I take that too. That's major to me. Even though it's a little letter, and it's smaller than all the other ones, it's very big. It's a very big letter. It's capital. You know what I mean? Because it shows that Cromer has a history of this, and he's not a new jack in the city when it comes to this type of thing, this improper payment and all this thing that he got going on with Tammy. Tammy ends up flipping the script on Cromer after she's talking about he was trying to harass me and all this other stuff, and she starts to blame some of this on Cromer. Cromer probably did try to trump up some stuff on me. Listen to me, y'all. That's a possibility that Cromer did try to trump up some stuff on me. I know a lot of y'all that want Meech to be a rat is not thinking that, but it's very possible that Cromer trumped up some shit on Meech. He did. It's possible that he did this. I'm not saying that he did do this. I'm saying it's possible. But we also understand that Cromer, by way of Cuffy saying, see what I'm saying? The paperwork I read in this Cuffy fit. Cuffy says that Cromer testified that Meech knew of the deal and he knew about everything. And his only discrepancy with everything is that his name don't appear in any federal court sworn documents. That's what Cuffy says. See, I take it with a grain of salt, but we have to implement information. See how I'm bringing paperwork to paperwork? See how that paperwork led me to this paperwork? But then that line led me to what Cuffy said to compare to the paperwork. And if Tammy says something, then I'm going to compare to what the paperwork, and in this case, and then Terry White, and then I'm going that way with Tammy. Because this is what we're dealing with. It's not my mind. It's just, oh, shit, that sounds like what this nigga said. Wait a minute, let me go find that. Boom. This is how much shit you got to really read and be listening to catch it like that. So when I hear some shit pop out, I'm like, oh, shit, that's from, wait a minute, let me go back. Oh, shit, that's what Cuffy talking about with it. Oh, that's what they talking about with, okay, that's what they talk about in court when they saying that. So this is how we put it all together. So y'all all gonna be smarter after y'all watch these streams. When you go back on the YouTube streets and you talking in the chat, say, nah, nigga, I know some shit. But so even if you feel your opinion, you're on the left or the right, Cuffy or Meech or whatever, or you're in the middle like me, pause, no diddy, but at least you got more information to substantiate your claims. You know what I mean? You've seen the paperwork from Uda. On Go, we went to the Go network and we got on Go. Nigga, he on Go'd us. We timed up. And that's what it's about. If it's something that I need to be timed up on, y'all need to time me up. Make sure I'm on Go. The fuck? This is reciprocal. This is what we're doing. So salute to everybody that understand that, and we're gonna get back to this work. Y'all drop some likes in the building. Yeah, I see a couple of leaders drop some likes. I salute to y'all. I appreciate y'all all day in the building. What the fuck is the oh no, I was about to press the sound effect. Fuck it. Boom, right? So we understand the CS because they lack proper justification and proved a DEA form. This is a special form that it needed. And approved a DEA form, confidential source, annual continuing suitability report and recommendation form. That's the name of the form that they're doing to getting the annual bread. Knowing that it included false statements, the OIG substantiated that he shared non-public DEA information with Tammy and that he misused his OGV, his official government vehicle. Okay, cool. The OIG substantiated that Tammy failed to properly, Davidson probably, or somebody else. That's probably Davidson, I think, because when you read the case, the Cuffy case, I think they said the leading investigator was Davidson, because I was thinking that all the time it was Cromer, but Cromer also had a boss as well. So that's when Tammy said in the paperwork, the day I met, she went to meet Cromer and Frank and Jack Harvey. She met Jack Harvey, I think, and Cromer's boss, I think she said she met at a diner somewhere. I think in Stockbridge, Georgia, or some shit like that. But don't get me on the places right now. I read so much paperwork that my locations is just twisted. So locations, don't clock me on it. But I think it was something like that, though. It was in Georgia anyway, though. But anyway. The U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of Florida declined criminal prosecutions on this, unless otherwise noted. The OIG implies preponderance of the evidence standard in determining whether the DOJ. We're gonna skip through the fluff now. Now we're gonna get to the shit now. Okay, we're gonna get to Tammy's testimony. I just read y'all some of the fluff because that was kind of informative. Okay, I didn't skip past it because that was only 2 pages or 1 page, but it was critical. It was for you to know a little 1-2 things in there. See what I'm saying? Cool. I didn't skip it. I could have and got right to Tammy like niggas would have did. That's the guts, right? Then we're going to get to Keith's testimony, so you ain't got to worry about that. So boom. So look, details of the investigation. If we want to detail it, let's see if we want to go through this detail. Okay, Keith, boom, sexual contact 8 times, we already know. Official payments and all that, we already know. The DEA forms, he ain't get the forms, the payment forms, the continual annual whatever, report and recommendation forms or whatever, boom. Non-public information, he shared information with personal matters in his group with we already went through that. Okay, cool. Background, the OIG, Office of Inspector General, received the initial complaint from DEA OPR, Office of Professional Responsibility, in May 2014. Initial complaint alleged that DEA managers, that she had a long-term personal relationship with Cromer. Okay. We said that, boom, 8 occasions we went through twice. They just double back on what they double back on. I'm just making sure we ain't skip it as I'm going through. They come back again with the same thing, basically, as the controlling agent. He was the controlling agent, even though he had an agent above him. I think his name was Davidson. Don't quote me, but I think that was his name exactly. He probably was indicted or fired. Because, you know, you got to get other people that stamp these things, too. You know what I mean? You got higher ups. That's why they keep it like tiers. You got to hire up. You got to hire up. So even when this thing go down, it's not like you went on your own. Somehow there's some collusion that's going on. So she was paid amounts of money, was paid and not warranted, and that sometimes she was given credit in DEA documents for information actually provided to whatever, DEAs or whatever, Cromer, whoever, whatever, by other DEA CSs. So she was basically taking credit for other informations from other CS sources. You know what I mean? Further informed the OPR blank, 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 blank. Cromer sent him to pay her and did not know what he was paying her for. So this is one agent that said that Cromer sent him to make a payment to her, and he didn't know what he's paying her for. So we know that those payments that someone's sending to her, or that she gets in cash, is like $22,000 to $2,500, and those is for like rent and things like that and upkeep, shit like that. She gets those every month or whatever the case may be, and or however to pay rent or whatever she's getting. I don't know if she's getting a weekly or whatever, but let's just say monthly. If she's getting more than that, it's crazy. But so we understand that the big payments, because she said this in the court. This is why I'm saying I understand this, because Tammy's own testimony, this is what they said. This is what she said in court. Okay. The big payments she got, like the $80,750, came in checks. But other little thing handed up like little cash, like wads and little knots of cash. Okay. So that's how she got the other payments. So this officer, this agent, went through Cromer's request or behest of Cromer, went and paid it, but didn't know what he was paying it for. So he most likely got clipped based on that. Okay, cool. Several other SAs and TFOs, right, also told OPR, right, that they did not believe, these are agents and all that, right, that provided significant, like task force officers and all that, right, provided significant information to the group, and that they did not know why blank was being paid. Tammy was being paid as much as she was. On the basis, we got Hewitt was one of those agents that they're talking about here. Hewitt, it was Mecker, M-E-K-E-R, whether you say Mecker, Mecker, Hewitt, a few agents was going against her, you know what I'm saying, for all that. Boom, she was paid as much as she was. On the basis that of their administrative investigation, OPR referred the complaint back to the OIG. See what I'm saying? That the OPR was doing all their thing, but then they referred it all back to the OIG, which in turn opened up their criminal investigation. You see what I'm saying? So when I'm talking about this on my channel, I'm not talking about just because I didn't bring the paper. I did, though. I read this already. It's just I didn't read it 10 times. I read this like twice on my channel already. I read the paperwork read for the 32 pages of Cuffy Gatling twice already. I read this already twice. I've never heard nobody show you this online. I've never seen nobody. If you've seen someone show you this, put one in the chat if you've seen someone show you this online. And I've showed it. This is my third time showing you this. So if you're talking about, this is what I'm talking about. Show me. Show me. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about. Boom. So right. I need to roll up a split. I can't roll up right now. I gotta read. Boom, right? Little roach. I'm beating the hell out that little roach. All right. I ain't even trying to roll up another one. I'm trying to read this video. So boom, right? Hold up. Let's get to it. I hate when this is crazy how they redacted. That's why I showed y'all like this. How the paperwork's looking. So you got to, some people come online, yeah, they're going to fill in the blanks and be talking about this shit and fill in all the blanks. Man, bro, you can't fill in the blanks. We don't know. We could try to speculate together. Only how we do that is speculate together about that. Feel me? So conducted a taint review to ensure that the OIG's criminal investigation was not affected by any of OPR's compelled interviews of potential criminal subjects. Upon the completion of the taint review in approximately approximately October 2015, OIG began its criminal investigation in May of 2018. Declined criminal prosecution, Cromer, and the OIG completed. They would have probably said Cromer. Tammy declined criminal prosecution, probably. That's just me trying to fill in the blank, right? See, I tried Cromer there. Didn't make sense. Try Tammy there. Probably could make sense. Could be somebody else, but why would they have it? It says CS2 or CSs. So that's most likely probably Tammy there, right? Cool. See how we ruled it out? That's how we got to the answer. Boom. So now they're going to investigate the process. They're going to the people that they went, the DNA personnel, this person, the ASAC person. Everybody else is blocked out. Right? Look. Blocked everybody out. So these are the people. How many people we have in this? Interviews are following DA personnel. Let's see. One, besides Keith. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 agents. Besides Cromer, 17. Cromer like 17 people. Okay, that were interviewed based upon this by the OIG and OPR. Okay, and or OPR. Interviews of the following civilians. Look how many civilians they interviewed. They say something that they redacted here. Bang, bang. Then they go into the interviews of civilians. 1, 2. We know one civilian is probably Keith Cromer's friend. Okay, but he kissed a friend or whatever the case, spent the night in his hotel room. Was he just playing hockey with a nigga with 2 sticks? He got a stick already, and the nigga got a stick. And the lady's in another room with a puck that you want to use your stick for. And I think allegedly Keith was playing sticks. Allegedly, Keith, don't hold me to that. But I'm about to show them the paperwork where I think that you was doing homosexual activities and playing sticks. So boom, right? But if that's your life, Keith, that's your life, allegedly. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. 7 civilians were interviewed based on this. Okay. Review of testimony provided by the below individuals at the Franks hearing. We already know having the Franks hearing related to the relationship between Tammy and Cromer. You know, we got the DEASAC. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So 5 people were interviewed right here in relation to Cuffy Gatling's Franks hearing. Cuffy said that 5 people, 5 DEA agents were fired. And 1 was indicted. So the one that could have been indicted could have been the leading investigator, which was over Cromer probably. And these 5, them probably, we don't know. This is just me speculating because I read the paperwork over there. And we reading this over here. And we just read something in Timothy Rush case, right? So we're just putting things together in our own mind, but we're putting it in real time. Don't hold us to it. But we all just thinking out loud together. See how we do it? We just don't say, yo, that's facts, and all this other stupid shit. We just don't do that. We just take our time and just go through the paperwork and make our little speculations if we do, but we don't hold nobody to it and send everybody off like they believe it when we don't know it to be true ourselves. Okay, so we go review the DEA. They had their review. This is what they probably had their whole written out thing. This is what we found out. Boom, 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 boom. They blocked it. This is OPR, right? Remember, the OPR did their own thing, they said. They had their own investigative thing that they did. They handed over everything to them. So they blocked what they did because they're like, whatever we did, we did. Whatever the OIG doing, y'all deal with that. This is the OIG's investigation that we're watching, that we're looking at here. So boom, they redacted that. Boom. So now review of the following records. Right? Review of the following records. Right? Let me see. Hold up. Let me see where we at. Okay, cool. Review of the following records. CS payment records, including DEA Forms 103 vouchers for purchase of evidence or payments to confidential sources, DEA Form 6 reports of investigation, and DEA Form 12's receipts for cash and other items. CS files including DEA 512BS, confidential source annual continuous suitability reports and recommendation forms, DEA self-inspection records, forensic searches of blank, personal mobile phone, and Cromer's DEA issued laptop, computer, and mobile phone. So they went through all their shit. This is when they went through all their phones. This is when they've seen the pictures of Cromer and Tammy in the bed, hotel rooms in bed, and all this type of stuff. Okay, nobody's told you these things, and I'm bringing it on screen so you can clip it. Yeah, I got the paperwork there, so you could be screenshotting whatever you're doing too, right? And I took myself off the screen because it ain't about me and me looking like my mama, and my mama's so beautiful. Shout out to my mama, right? It ain't about that. But it ain't about your mama right now. Love you. It ain't about you. It's about the paper. And the paper gonna speak, mama. Paper gonna speak. So right, boom. So even mama gotta have a seat, or we throwing mama from the train like that old movie. You know what I'm saying, I love my mama. So boom. So the forensic searches of blank and all that in his mobile phone. So now look, now we get to, let me make sure y'all hear me correct. Hit press 1 in the chat. Y'all hear me right. Make sure my people hear me right. Y'all hear me right? Okay, cool. Okay. All of y'all share this video. This is the videos we need to share when we getting out the information just like this. Okay. Real shit, right in front of your face. No collusion, no dumb shit, no me picking a side, no me coming my own opinion and swaying your mind like I want you to believe something like somebody done paid me to tell you and sway your brain. No, just regular. It's just what it is. The information provided to the OI, look, improper personal and sexual relationship with DEA confidential sources, the S, remember, sharing of non-public information and misuse of OGVs, his official government vehicle, which you're not supposed to let nobody use. After this, we're going to see Tammy's testimony, and that's when it's going to get good, y'all. So if you stayed around right now, it's going to get good. And when we get to Keith, we're going to see about the hockeys and the sticks with no pucks. We're going to see that. So don't say I'm putting no homosexuality on nobody, bro. And if anybody lives, they like to live it. My sisters, I have 2 sisters that's gay. So I don't care. You know what I'm saying? People live their lives. But I don't know. When we read it together, we're going to see, was Keith playing sticks, allegedly. So boom. So now the information provided to the OIG alleged that Cromer engaged in an improper personal relationship with Tammy that involved daily contact in person or by phone, sexual contact on 7 or 8 occasions, and personal travel. I already went through some of this. So they restate against some. Boom. Okay. So they're going to go into some misuse. So they go into the standards of conduct, DEA standards of conduct. So these are the conduct. So they're showing this is what he is breaking, period. That's why they put that there, obviously, right? I'm going to scroll that slow for the people that want to read that too. I want to go back on the chat and see that because I don't have to read that, right? But y'all may want to see that and say, okay, that's what he breaking. Oh, he broke section 6612.41. Okay, cool. Meetings with confidential sources to controlling investigators must be present during any meeting with a CSC. So at the times, and they said in the Cuffy case, when we read that paperwork, they said he always met with one or more DEA agents, but at one point he met up by himself when his son was going through the cancer thing. I don't know if he passed away at the time or he was sick with the cancer and his wife and all this other stuff, and he met her, and this is where he started kicking up the dust with trying to get some of that throat coat that she had going on. Allegedly, Tammy called me because I heard about it and I like you. Okay, I like you. I don't care. They said you look ugly. I don't think so. Okay, Tammy, but just don't snitch on me. Better yet, I ain't doing nothing for you to snitch on me no more. Okay. And the thing I got, Tammy, if you go this shit, trust me, you might not want to sing on me. Yeah, I ain't. You might want to sing on me in another way. Yeah, I ain't. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, Tammy. Allegedly. But we were running the show here, and my people needs to laugh. So I'm sorry, sis, but it's at the BS of you. But yeah. So the DEA law enforcement, boom, we're going to break that down. Payments to the CSs, right? They go through the manual. Then they done brought the manual back on this nigga. So boom, right? Testimonies of Tammy, most likely, right? Who else they blanking? And other witnesses. Bang. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Better yet, let me move this down while y'all dropping likes. Fuck off. Y'all ain't can't. Scroll back and go read it yourself. Let me see where my likes at. Okay, we looking all right. We ain't looking all right, but we all right, though. I'm a rock with y'all. Y'all could have did some more on the lights though, but it's all right though. I ain't calling nobody no. I mean, I ain't pointing no fingers at nobody, but I'm pointing elbows at you niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm pointing elbows at y'all. What's up? You know what I'm saying? We had one person that left. That was a hater. You know what I'm saying? Right. Probably was the judge cousin. You know what I mean? Probably was the prosecutor cousin. Get your ass out, nigga. Fucking Martin cousin. Get out of here. Prosecutor Martin cousin ass nigga. Get your ass up. Right? So boom. So right. All right, cool. So we're going through the fluff, right? Cool. Y'all drop likes. Boom. Tammy told the OIG that look, this is Tammy's story. Look how they do with Tammy's story. Look how much blocking they doing with Tammy's story though. Look, Tammy telling her how he is. So when Tammy start telling about Meech, he better hurry up and just help Cuffy get freed. Because when she start talking about Meech, whether it's true or not, nigga, a lot of people gonna believe it. I'm telling you right now, bro. A lot of people gonna believe this shit. I'm telling you. So I wouldn't play with Tammy if I was him. Blank retired. Jack Harvey. After Agent Jack Harvey, you see how I filled in that line? Because I read this one, retired. We understand that Jack Harvey retired in 2011, right? That's how I got that line. That's how I filled that in after that. But if I can't fill it in, I'll say blank, blank, blank. I'll fill it in. So boom. She began dealing directly with Cromer. We understand. I just told you how she met with Cromer. He said, I want you to stay on board. She said, what will I have to do? He said, we'll be setting up Hispanics and we'll be deporting them, so you ain't got to worry about it testifying. She said, can I make some money? He said, yeah, you can make a lot if you get some good information. The next thing she said was, can I get Demetrius Flannery a time cut? And then Chief Cromer says to her, we can work on that. So he leaves it open. He doesn't say yes or no, but it sounds like he's leaning towards that way because he's leaning towards the goat throat anyway. Chrome Dome, Silver Surfer head, allegedly, from X-Men. Allegedly. Cromer. So boom. She Cromer, allegedly. So boom. So Blank Tammy said that the relationship continued to be personal in nature through the end of 2011, which Cromer meeting with her alone on multiple occasions and regularly speaking with her on the telephone. Blank, 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 blank. Tammy said that for the first several months of the relationship, it was platonic. Okay, and one thing I heard, it was 5. This she's saying 7. See, I should be flipping around, but it said 5 and 7. Like she said, when SUAREZ called her, they said one point it said Cromer was in the car, but then it said Cromer was on a 3-way call when he heard it in the car. So whatever. So boom. Either way, she was in the car. Cromer heard it. Either way, 5 to 6, 7 months, she was having sex with him. Boom. However, she said that they became closer, eventually romantic, and the relationship became and with the relationship becoming sexual in approximately February of 2012. According to the sexual relationship lasted for approximately 8 to 12 months. Okay, y'all? And I'm saying the time frames. I'm saying what I'm telling you I've read. I have it all in my head. So when you want to watch somebody that's talking about this, click subscribe, be on Go. This is the On Go network. This is the On Go sector. I have not lied on any of these people when I've spoken on these hundreds of videos. Probably, I ain't got hundreds, probably got like, I don't know, a lot though, videos that I've done. So Tammy told the OIG that she ended the relationship with Cromer at approximately the same time she relocated from her home. At one point, she changed homes, was breach of safety, especially around the time when she said that she was planning on moving, period, from the paperwork that we read. She said she was planning on moving anyway and stuff like that. But especially with the breach of safety, remember her information was leaked and different things like that as well. Plus, she has a kid, I think a daughter. So yeah, she just wanted the safety of her kid and stuff like that. And she was flipping on the feds about that. Like the safety of her child was in jeopardy based upon her information being leaked. And we understand from the paperwork and the thing we were just reading that Cuffy's previous lawyer that he had in the case is the one that did the motions for the suppression. And in that was parts of the case was there, right? There was other parts of the case was in there. You know what I'm saying? And this is how he was able to see that. Okay, like this. Let me show you what he means by this. Okay, let me show y'all everything so y'all learn everything in real time. So you know everything, like everybody knows it. Okay, cool. I love you. Love all of you. Okay, on mommy life. Love y'all. Facts. So boom. Do I catch it from here? Nah, I got to get it from the other place, right? Wait, hold up. I think I got to go from advanced case search. Hold up. Advanced case search. I'm going to look up a case and show you how she got blown up. You know what I'm saying? So boom. Let me show y'all. Let me screen share this next thing. I'll be back to this page right here. Hold up. I'm coming back to the investigation. This is where it get good with Tammy. Okay? Hold up. Wait. I'm running out here. Did my shit wild out again? Oh shit. There I go.